Welcome to ZSR, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TPR. It's time for another TP Randomizer weekly race. It's been a hot minute, but hey, we're excited to be back in preparation of the upcoming tournament season. The community want to showcase their settings. So without further ado, because I have not much to say, let's head over to the layout and let's hand it off to Biakovka and to Peaches. Take it away. It's all yours. Thank you so much, by the way, to Skystorm and to Ice.
Hello.
Right, thank you so much, Trudge.
You first.
Yeah. So yeah, we're this is the Twilight Princess season 2 settings. They're pretty interesting and quite a big departure from what we had in season 1. Yeah, I don't know if you want to go over Peaches the main differences.
Sure. So our big thing we want to showcase here for season 2 is dungeon entrance rando being up and running for our season 2 with 1.3 finally out of beta and now open for everyone available to use. Our biggest change that we have is entrance rando. So we'll go over a lot of our settings more as the race starts, but that is our big change. Not much has changed from season 1. So here we have Crew and Gymnast are our runners today. Our audio is from Gymnast.
Interesting spawn.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's not a room
That
you
is
see every day.
That's not a room you see every day, especially in rando. I know a lot of runners are very wary of this room in particular because of a certain glitch. All right.
Yeah.
So, we just got started. So, what are we looking at for our required dungeons here?
Forest Temple and Snow Peak Ruins.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Also, yes, both of them are pink. Well,
yeah,
Jim,
I think Gymnast plandos it to pink.
Yeah, well, that's actually another thing to mention. Just coming out in 1.4, Lunar has it set up that they are going to be adding saved cosmetic options.
Uh-oh, Iza's Oru's memo.
Oh. Do we have our hints yet? The fortune hunt is an unfortunate start. It really is an unfortunate start. Because you can't really do anything in Fanati's. It'll be really nice for later when you're in Go mode that you can just come back to spawn and be right in the heart of Castletown.
Yeah, one of the main issues though is because it's indoors, one of the biggest uses of returning to spawn in Season 2 is to, when you're in a place that you can't warp out of, it's generally faster to return to spawn and then warp after you return to spawn. Which is a lot less useful when you can't spawn, when you can't warp in your spawn.
You warp to somewhere where you can spawn out. Okay, so we're both following the same here with both Jim and Kuru going right to Zora's domain for their first entrance of location.
This is pretty normal. Zora's domain's got hints and a few checks. Those are like super common in S1 to open, go straight to domain. It's been a little bit nerfed in S2 because the Snow Peak sign no longer tells you a hint, it just tells you if something's beyond that point. But only if that dungeon is not
if the entrance
a
is
required dungeon, yeah. So a little bit nerfed, but it's still good info and they're still pretty quick. Also because pose, you do want to get 20 pose that's unhinted. There's 2 quick pose in domain, though it seems Karuru is electing not to get those pose. But.
Yeah, I am forever the person that I start my race, I unlock my map, and I go to Orden first instead of going to Zora's.
Yeah.
But we may have missed something in regards to one of the hints they said. Okay, so our Orden is barren. Land Spring, Castletown, and the Forest are all barren locations. Our item locations that we know so far is Iza. Poor Iza has the memo. That sucks. Plum and Ice Block are dead. Let's go. So yes, our required dungeons are Tot, SPR, and FT Forest Temple. Just give us another moment here. We will have confirmation on where the entrances are to that.
It looks like Arbiter's Temple of Time and Snow Peak are the entrances. Arbiter's to Temple of Time to Snow Peak, and Snow Peak to Forest Temple.
Oh boy, that's...
Snow Peak entrance, probably the worst entrance in the entire game for this. Needing 2 fishing rods, and also just, it's a long trek out there. But
it's a long trek up that cold, cold, wintry mountain. And the fights, and the bats. The bats.
Yeah.
The bats are what upset me the most every time I try and go up that hill. There's
it's
always
great
a
when they
bat
get
somewhere.
in the way.
I
hate when they get in the way
somewhere.
of you charging the attack on when you're doing
The hill?
killing the shadow beasts.
Oh,
And then
God.
they hit you, and then you miss one, and they respawn.
Yeah, when you're doing the... I have honestly started to think it is just quicker to use a sword. Not like
I mean,
a
you
lot
can't
quicker,
always have a
but
sword.
you can't always have a sword. No, that's true, but Kuru did not get Iza's portal. No, they did not.
I don't think Kuru went south Castletown to see the hints, like Jim did.
Yes, I don't think Kuru did not see the hint for Iza having required item. But yes, Freezards. But let's be real here. The worst enemy in the game.
No, Jim also not getting it.
That is an interesting choice. I also, to be fair though, last season I did lose a race by a minute and a half, and it could be because I wasted time going for that portal. Yeah, so there are others racing off stream. We actually have a total of 17 entrants right now. Just for the sake of the restream though, we just handpicked 2 racers. We also have, I'll just quickly rattle off the names here. All of them are streaming at this point, actually. So all of these are people you can go check out their side of the race. Aura Blast, Blue Sean, GFH2, Kalito 4, Dalgo, Gem Kuru, Lyric, MC-Onic, Nakone Huzuki, Iketsu, Rudy O, Ryuja, Ryukin, Shiro, Space Rock, Tinnis TPR or Arthur, and Zal are all streaming races of this seed. So you can check out any of their point of views. There is actually 17 people. Yes, there is 17 people all racing, and all of them are streaming.
Like both Kuru and Jim are going for Lake Hylia next. It's a bit interesting to me. I personally not a huge fan of Lake Hylia. The
not in
Flight
the new
by
settings,
Foul
no.
effects, yeah, they are not off. They're planned out to rupees in these settings, which makes Lake a lot less of an appealing choice, at least for me.
Right off the hop, anyways.
Yeah.
But with both Forest and so Forest Temple is barren, as well as Orden Village being barren. I feel like their routing is going to be a bit backwards. Oh, you know why they didn't go for the pose? Is because Castletown's barren.
Oh, I missed the Castletown barren. Well, that explains no pose, at least. Man, that's an extra bad start. It's Castletown and it's barren.
Castletown spawn and it's barren.
And you're inside.
And you're inside. Oh, goodness. Yeah, they really seem to be following in each other's tracks.
Oh, actually,
here.
I just noticed this. So, Laneu Spring is barren. This is kind of an interesting hint, because if Laneu Spring is barren, that actually means there's guaranteed something good in Lake, which is why they're both doing Lake early.
That's true. That is right. That is something we did recently have a discussion about this on in the TPR Discord about that. I remember specifically after last time about how, like, oh yes, if spring is hinted barren. Oh, see, boomerang.
Lantern and boomerang there.
That's crazy. You always love to see stacked serpent statues, because every time I fail to get that second statue on the first try, it always has an item.
Yeah. It seems like that. Alright, so now it looks like Karuru's going to open up Faron and Elden provinces. One of the new changes, because we have random spawns, is you don't actually start with being able to use having access to every province. You have the warp points, but you do need to actually enter the province to be able to use them. So you'll see this pretty commonly riding through Great Bridge to get to Faron province, and then going to Kakariko Gorge to unlock Elden province. Pretty early in the seeds, so you can warp there.
It's one of the more important things you have to do. Like, that's, for me, one of the first things I do is I will go out of my way to, no matter where I spawn is, just run across, Hyrule Field, get the 2 locations. And, oh, that is an interesting tactic. Jump off the horse, get back on, refill the spurs.
Yeah, I've never actually thought of that.
It makes sense. It makes sense
Yeah.
that would be how that works. Have we done it? No, and that's why they are racing and we are commentating. That's not true. We're all talented racers in our own rights, etc., etc.
Yeah,
Minus
and then
points,
Jim
none of
is
these
following in Karuru's step. Actually, no, he is. Thought about going to Lanayru Field, and I was like, wait, there's nothing up there. Technically, we can do a check there, but Lanayru Field is not the best location.
No, because Ice is dead, and there's like the Skulltula Grotto, but oh, we peeped that tree over in Faron Field. Now we're gonna go over to this grotto. How many times have you missed this grotto?
I don't. I always do this grotto immediately because we have to do Faron Fields early to unlock provinces. Like, I do this grotto all the time.
I'm the opposite. I feel like every time I run through it, I check the tree, I check under the bridge, and because I go that routing up to the tree and under the bridge, and then I beeline left or right, I always end up missing it, and it's costed me precious seconds.
Yeah. Nothing in here today, but
It always could be.
mm-hmm.
Always could be.
Almost warped away without unlocking Elden Province. Not a huge deal. Elden's a little bit easier to unlock than Faron, but you do want to unlock Elden here too.
Yeah, just because why would you want to make sure you have the province? Unless they went, so one thing they could have done instead of running around here is, because in our new settings, Malomart is no longer a problem anymore. We no longer have to do Springwater Rush. It is no longer an always check. It is completely excluded. So the bridge outside of East Castletown is always open. So if they had a Castletown spawn, they very much could have just went out the door over the bridge, and they would have had access to Elden spawns that way, and that would have saved them a little bit of time here.
There's a lantern path to spinner hint I just saw there. Doesn't mean a whole lot because, you do actually need lantern and spinner in this, and
Sorry, that was
pretty
lantern
early.
leads to spinner?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you meant it as like lantern from spinner, and I was like, didn't they already get lantern? Did we break logic while I wasn't paying attention?
Yeah.
But
one thing that does mean in these hints, basically, if you get an item-to-item path, like this lantern to spinner path, that means you don't have a path to Ganondorf, which means that all the items you need to beat Ganondorf are also required for other dungeons, excluding swords.
Excluding swords.
Yeah, which means in this case that double claw shots are going to be necessary.
Well, it does make sense.
And spinner. Actually, spinner's not required for... No, it is. Temple of Time. Never mind.
Temple of Time and double claw shots. Who is winning? We're only 13 minutes in, so they're pretty evenly matched. They've not really we're still super early, so they haven't really differentiated on their choices yet. Why double claw is required?
Oh, did I miss an item?
No, but Bear just got Ball and Chain from the Sacred Grove Lantern chest.
That's nice. That's needed. Snow Peak Runes is required, so Ball and Chain is in fact a required item.
So, yeah, so if we don't have a path to Ganon, double claw strikes is always required for Howard Castle. Correct. So that would have been South Castle's path to Armagoma, and Jim got
Oh,
Bolbin
Jim
Key for
got
South
Bolbin
Castle
Key.
Town
Okay,
double
I
claw
did miss
check.
the
There
Bolbin
you
Key.
go. Okay, yeah.
Thank
So
you.
that is why we have no path to Ganon,
Yeah.
because double claw would be required to get access to the desert. That would be the path. That is correct, Nas. See, you're so smart. So yes, we are looking at just item to item paths, so we have no path to Ganon because Spinner's required, double claws are required. Another thing new to this year's seed that we did not have in Season 1 is Open Hyrule Castle, which is why Boomerang and Lantern are no longer technically required items to clear Hyrule Castle. Because the chandelier in the first room, in that first entranceway, the chandelier is lowered. So as long as you have double claw shots, you can just up and out. The enemies on that floor are cleared. So you just kind of have to rush up to Ganon, go up the staircases, fight the Dark Knight.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I think based on my own times, it saves about like 1.5 to 2 minutes in Hyrule Castle itself, not having to go around and fight the Dark Nut. Yeah, and it just means that Boomerang isn't hard required for every seed, which makes seeds a little bit different than they were.
There's definitely pros and cons, because with Boomerang not being hard required, there's no guarantee you'll get it, and that does kind of shoot you in the foot for some of the more essential tricks, like a lot of LJAs to get through some of these dungeons, specifically like Snow Peak. You really want to have Boomerang just to make it like as quick to get through as possible. And yes,
So
Jim just picked
Jim
up
just got a bow. It's a nice to have item. I don't think it's really needed at all in these dungeons. No, it's only. Oh, I guess it is actually Temple Time. Armagoma exists. I always forget that Armagoma requires a bow.
Right, you don't really think about bow as like this super required item. You're just like, oh, that's just nice to have, because for like, it's like, oh, you just think of bow as like the Goron Mines item.
Yeah,
and then you actually think about it, and you're like, ah, right.
And you're like, oh, I need it to fight this one boss.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bugs are dead. Sorry, Jim.
Yeah. Also, to answer your question, Servant of... I'm not going to try to pronounce things. The checks in Hyrule Castle are actually turned off in these settings. So even though it does spawn a chest, it's never going to have anything useful.
Yes. There's another bow in Eldon's Stock Cave, so the lantern check there, that is one of the sometimes hints, is the Stock Cave lantern check. So that's another bow if, Karu's getting their bow right here, so that won't be necessary.
Yeah,
but
I think they'll both just not do that, most likely. Assuming they remember. Remembering sometimes hints is difficult.
I have the notes on my screen, and I actively look at them, and I will still do...
Exactly.
One of the ones that always gets me is the Gorge double claw shot. I will read that it has nothing, and then I will go back to Gorge to do the cave and get the DCS check every time, and then I see it's nothing. It's a junk check, it's an orange rupee, and then I go, oh right, it was hinted junk. Why am I here?
Yeah.
Dubo's lantern locked and lantern path to Spinner. That could be... Well, if you also remember, bow is required for Iza.
Yeah, it sure... I just remembered that, too. There's a memo on Iza. So, bow is definitely very, very required this seed.
Mm-hmm. LJAs are definitely... It's really just, as long as you have timing and the visual cue of like where you're pointing the reticle, it really just comes down to it being a timing thing, of making sure you have the timing right. There are definitely some LJAs I struggle with more than others.
There are definitely harder LJAs and other where your window of opportunity is much smaller than it would otherwise be.
Okay, that was interesting what Kuru just did. They were able to get the item on the bomb spire without bombs. It was just junked arrow check, but I've never seen that done before.
I was aware of that being a thing, but it's like a fairly precise, like you have to target fairly precise areas, and I never actually tried it myself.
But yeah, having Lantern this early really does get you a lot of those sometime hints checks out of the way fast. Because you can get Lantern really early or really late, and it opens a lot.
Yeah. No, Lantern is definitely one of, if not the item you want early. Just because, like, it just makes routing so much easier. There's so many scattered Lantern checks in this game. Just out in the middle of nowhere. And, like, generally, they're in areas that you want to do early, so it's, like, awkward to come back to them. Notably, the Elden Field Bombskit Grotto Lantern check is one of the most annoying checks to do if you don't have Lantern when you go into that grotto.
Okay, we've located the third bow. It's in Grave. Rutello's Grace. No, that's not what the check is called. Rutello's Blessing is a bow. So we've located all 3 of our bows. 20 minutes in. So bows are required. Bow is not on path to spinner, no. But Lantern is, and bow was behind... Oh, that's right, bow can't be path because you can get, because Rutello's Grace is a Sphere 0 check. Okay, so there goes our idea of it possibly being behind Iza. So what else can we get out of Lantern to spinner?
I mean, there's still Lantern checks they haven't done.
It could just be in Arbiters.
Yeah, there's a big,
That's
two
rough.
big dungeon. Or, not
That's
Arbiters, Temple of
rough.
Time.
Yeah, that are both Lantern locked. And both require... Or no, not in Arbiter's time. Yeah, no. Why would it be...
You don't have to
Time
do
is-
Arbiter's Grounds today.
No, God, thank God, no. One sword behind Lantern as well, yes. And I think I saw one sword in Dungeon as well. Let's just take a minute here and quickly go over what we have noted down for our hints. Iza has Memo, Plum dead, Ice is dead, Shell is dead, and Malomart in Casttown is dead. So that's all of our 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all of our always hints. Stall Cave is bow, Tightrope Chest is dead, Elden Field, Bombskit is dead, and Gorge Lantern is dead.
There's the spinner. Wallet locked.
Wallet locked. Oh, was it in Barnes?
It was in Barnes.
Well, see, because I do believe that Jim... I did just see that he did just get a wallet from, I believe, a Lantern check. The wallet from Ball and Chain, which was behind Lantern.
Which is Lantern locked, yeah.
Okay, so that tracks. Yeah, so it was Lantern to Ball and Chain to wallet to spinner from Barnes. Both wallets will have to be locked behind that way for that path to make logical sense.
Yeah, so it could be either both wallets are like Lantern locks or the spinner locks the other wallet. Either way, it would make this hint work.
Yeah. Imagine a wallet-locked wallet. Can you imagine going to Charlo and Charlo telling you he has a wallet?
I've had that before, and then also had Malomart required back when Malomart was a lot worse.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'd drop the seed. I'd DNF right there. I'd be like, sorry guys, maybe next time. Clearly this is not for me. You run and 12 and camp with both claws are before doing TOT then. Or I get trolled, yeah.
Oh, there's a fishing rod.
Oh, we got a fishing rod.
It's the second major item in CAC, so they're done with CAC. It is hard required because we do need to go to Snow Peak Ruins entrance. Now there are glitches to get past it, but they're not allowed in these settings. Just to make it so that you actually need the fishing rods for something. So you do need both fishing rods to get the reek fish sent to go out there.
And it's crazy. You don't even need to go to SPR for SPR. You have to go to SPR for Forest. And Forest being barren, that means it's going to be their last dungeon.
Yeah, there's no real reason to go out there early. Except I guess you can get the portal and do the checks on the way if you want to.
Yeah. Assuming it has anything, but that sign's not going to be of any help.
I was not aware of this LJA.
For the fountain?
For a fountain, yeah.
It's... You can either do the LJA or the PO.
Yeah, I normally do damage boost.
I am unsuccessful in both.
I normally do the damage boost or the there's the backslice version of that. I actually, like I said, I was not aware that LJA existed until like right now, so.
Does it recognize the wall as a void? No. It's not so much of a void as it is just a normal LJA.
It's higher than where you're standing, yeah.
It's a height-based thing. LJA with the voids is really only for, like, extended distance. Otherwise, it's just a normal targeted jump attack, right? Like, I could jump that distance by targeting an enemy and jump attacking to them. It's really just the height that makes it so you can kind of have that normal jump, but also that little bit of extra. You are all good, sir.
There's another sword, so we can go into Snow Peak now. We have access to the Temple of Time entrance with 2 swords. You can do quite a bit with Ball and Chain. No claw shot though, probably means I wouldn't rush it.
Yeah, so if I were Kuru right now, I would go do Iza and get Memo, because I would have done that as soon as I had Bow, but if you remember, neither of them got the warp.
Yeah, Kuru just got the hint. It was here in South Castle Town.
True. And there's the Bulbin Camp. Oh, that's right, Kuru plays in French. How did I only just notice that? Still plays TPR glitchless. These are glitchless settings. If anyone actually is interested in taking a look at these settings, I'm sure someone that has access to be allowed to send links in the ZSR chat will be able to post the link for the Season 2 document. I can't, but for those that know how to type, it is just, it is just zsr.link/tprs2.
Alright, looks like Kuru's gonna go get Memo. You can actually do most of the checks in Temple of Time. We can't beat it without a Dominion Rod. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kuru knows there's a couple of skips you can do to at least get the chests that require Dominion Rod without it.
Some of them anyways, obviously the ones that require...
Some of them require more things than what they have, but should be able to get at least the first one.
Correct. But also just having the checks in Arbiters is just big, right? But yes, there are 2 Dominion Rods in the game total. We are unsure about the requirements for both. 1 at minimum is definitely required just because Temple of Time is required. So yeah, Kuru is going for Memo and is probably going to go rush Desert.
Yeah, Desert's a lot of checks, and like I said, you can do most of Temple of Time right now, so I think it makes sense to go in there. And you get free Uku in Temple of Time, which is super nice, so it doesn't really cost that much time to just go in and do checks.
Yeah, dip out when you hit the Dark Nut. The other is locked by 2 claws. That is a good guess. Skybook is an item, no. It is, so you start with 5 Sky characters. So you only need to find 1 Sky character to have access to the City in the Sky dungeon entrance.
Yeah, it's not a required entrance here, so you will see, well, you might see the Sky character show up, but it won't be useful.
Required. It's gonna be one of those things where they're gonna look at it and they're gonna go, I hate this. And Jim is about to get, oh, he got it in time. The amount of times I've turned into a dog just to get clobbered by those guys, thrown off into the stratosphere.
Oh, in Eldenfield, they're so bad.
Yes. It's painful.
Right. We're doing Iza. Kururu electing not to do Iza one skip. I don't know if they know it or not. It saves like 20 seconds. I don't know it.
I don't know it, and I lose 20 seconds standing there going, where do I go next? So, skips like that for me aren't super important, but I also don't play at this level. Jim opting... Okay. They play random on emulator or original hardware. I do believe both Jim and Kuru play on Dolphin. Most of us do. I only know a handful of people that play on Wii.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Jim does use hardware? Okay. I thought I saw.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if Jim used hardware.
He would, because he does like other stuff as well, not just rando like the rest of us.
Yeah, he definitely has one. I think it's one of the more determining factors for whether or not you would play on hardware or not is if you have the hardware. I don't. So.
He also does. I believe he only speedruns HD, though. I believe it's his current world record.
I mean, he does ST, but I think he mostly focuses on HD. At least at the moment.
His lantern has outer glow. I didn't notice that. I'm so used to having rainbow lantern. I don't pay attention to that. Others don't have lanterns outer glow. Fascinating.
I never knew that.
Things you'd never know because you never pay attention to it, you know? We learn something new every day. Noz, you should sign up to be a commentator. You'd kill it. Oh, thanks, game. Yep.
Alright, so Kuru, as expected, is going straight out to desert.
Yeah, Kuru's, I figured they were going to go right out to desert. As soon as they saw that hint sign, they were like, alright, finish up what we're doing here. We got somewhere to be.
Yeah, I imagine Jim is probably going to go do that now.
I'd hope
you're
so.
You're pretty close to domain from here, so it's a quick warp. And I've got a pretty good feeling this desert's going to have something.
That is an LJA I only just recently learned how to do.
Or not.
Widescreen patches 1080p with HD textures. I don't believe widescreen patches are allowed for race settings.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a question for Isaac. I'm not sure exactly what's allowed and what's not.
Yeah, I know we do require specific settings if you're running on emulator, just for fairness.
I think the HD, like the upgraded resolution stuff is allowed, but again, I'm not 100% sure on
Jim's
everything.
Just doing a straight LJA over there.
Oh, and slightly missed.
That did not go well. I actually got Isaac on using this trick. If you hang down the ledge where the corner is, and yes, wolf jump, you hang on the edge as dog, climb up, side hop twice to the right, and then line up the right side of your screen with the edge of that claw shot indicator, you can wolf jump that. Instead of using
I have my own terrible setup for this wolf jump, but
is it the one with the dot on the ground?
I look at the dot on the ground and then I go slightly past it.
I could never do the dot on the ground, and it's actually really funny because bingo 2 years ago we did a holiday bingo race. I taught Isaac this trick because we're using snow texture, so all the ground was white, so there was no dot on the ground to use.
Oh no, yeah, that would be an issue.
More so in played casual settings, yeah. Gosh, is that how dark that cave usually looks for you people?
Oh, that cave is pretty dark. I know, like, you do this cave enough, like, I don't really need to see to know how to navigate through this cave, but, yeah.
I think I just have a bright screen. I think I just have my brightness settings
Bright
high.
screens help a lot. Especially, like, Lake Lantern Cave is not in these settings because it's 15 checks and it's obnoxious, but
It's
like
basically
that
just
going
pop
through
off,
that cave is so annoying if you don't have a bright screen. It's rough.
right? You don't know where you're going. Oh, that's magic armor. That's functional useless. Unless for very specific circumstances.
Yeah. Alright, Karu's doing this LJA. This is a weird LJA. You just kinda like aim up and
And pray.
pray you're good enough. Oh,
Just struggling with the
excuse me,
spiders.
I gotta back away for a little bit. I'll be right back.
No worries, I will hold down the fort. You also do it with your minimap, correct? Can't hit the spiders until you're doing attack animation. Yes. Yes, or if you get them from behind. If you can get behind them, but I do not usually go out of my way for that. Found a setup. You will have to forward that to me later. Alright, so we have another LJA here, just through the desert. This is what I meant by now with these new settings, with Boomerang not being required item unless Forest is required, or City in the Sky are the only two dungeons that hard require the Boomerang. There's Domrod, yep. Front of Domrod, let's go. Yeah, Desert's definitely stacked. I think Jim is only now just going for... Which was Clawshot locked, yep. See, Naz, you should have joined us. You have it all figured out. This wolf jump is incredibly annoying for me because I'm sure there's an easy way to kind of get through it in a quick manner. I just kind of pray that I get it correctly. I just kind of wish I'm very much, you know, people are like vibe coders. I am a vibe trick performer. I just kind of do it. And if I don't do it, I don't do it. I have no setups. I have no intricate plans. I just kind of put myself in what I assume is the correct position and kind of hit buttons until it works.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm back.
Not a worries. Yeah, DCS is for Camp Key, correct. In South Castletown. Tot is in... no, Snow Peak is... No? What's... I have it written down here.
Temple of Time is
Temple of Time, yes. Tot... Well, because they all lead to each other. Like, Arbiters leads to Temple of Time, Temple of Time leads to Snow Peak, and Snow Peak leads to Forest. Oh, both Dominion Rods. Both Dominion Rods were here in the desert. So that's fascinating.
Oh, well, now you can complete Temple of Time. Easy.
Yeah, both Dom Rods were in the desert. Kuro got it just as you were getting it.
Ah, I see. Yeah, this is something new in the S2 settings. We have to actually fight King Bolin to get to Arbiter's Ground.
It's annoying.
Yeah, the fight itself is like whatever. If you have a decent sword, you just kind of spin. But
well,
there's a really long cutscene
right now. I'm looking at Jim's pick right now. Did we see where Kuro got that Orden sword?
I think it was I remember seeing it. I don't remember when it was, because I remember commenting on it.
I do remember. I also remember you commenting on it, is the problem. Claw Hunt from Go on Kuru's side.
I actually
yes.
just realized you do need Claw Shot for a couple of checks in Temple of Time that I often forget about, because when do you not have Claw Shot? But it's like
I
way
think you
up
only
to
need
get the
it-
boss key.
I think it's just, the only thing you need for Claw in Temple of Time is, yeah, for the boss key. But even to just get to the area where the boss key is, like when you stand on the scales.
Yeah.
I think that's 3 checks.
Yeah,
4
3.
if you count. Yeah, because it's just the 3, because it's the 1 next to the Poe and the 2 inside the boss key room.
Yep.
So that's 3 checks locked behind Claw. So not entirely. So he could be lucky. You could access boss key before. Really just depends on what the sign says. Which it's gonna be in French, isn't it? Oh, yellow rupee. Dark Knight is a yellow rupee.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just noticed I have no idea what the French names for the hidden skills are. Like I saw
I'm
the
actually
hidden skill.
seeing their hints are in English. Their game is in French, but their hints are English.
Oh, the hints are still in English. Okay.
Yes, that's what I just noticed when they. You can pick custom text language. Fascinating. Probably just for the sake of us watching here at home. For Skystorm specifically, who's doing hints. Although Skystorm is tracking Jim, Isaac's tracking Kuru.
Yeah, I guess now that, like, so we know this is double claw locked, and we're really only missing claw shots now, and a sword. How worth it is to do this Temple of Time?
I think it's worth it more in the regards of 40 minutes in, you should at least do some dungeon checks. Right, like I know most of us feel that we should be in dungeon, at least a dungeon by the hour mark. Because they could also go up to Snow Peak, into... What is the Snow Peak entrance? Forest.
Yeah, I don't really think it loses
but Forest
any
is
time
barren.
anyways.
Yeah, Forest is barren, so there's no
Oh,
point
we do
in
still
going.
need... Oh no, we have the second fishing rod, I missed that.
Yeah, Kuru got the second fishing rod. It was first check in the desert. Or not like first check, it was the when you LJ over to the... It has a name, I'm sure. It's not the lone chest, it's the other one.
The one that you can LJA to, I don't know what...
Yeah, the one next to the pig here that Jim is heading up to. West Canyon, there you go. See, if we didn't know, Isaac would know. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there's earring. Has spinner. Yes.
Yeah, I was like...
Does spinner skip?
Does that LJ even, like, save a significant amount of time? I don't think so, when you already have spinner. I honestly never even bothered learning.
Faster for a task, I don't know about human. Well, one way to find out.
But I guess if you want to practice it or something, who knows? I actually don't even know those LJs. There's a second version of spinner skip that I also don't know. You need spinner anyway, so I don't really bother with it.
Nosley taught me this skip once for when we were doing bingo. I have not retained that knowledge.
I try it every time. I've never gotten it.
I kind of look at it and I go, I don't need to do this. Yeah, any time save got lost doing the switch the bad way, yeah.
I might try doing the second set of switches like that, because I don't like having to mash for the jump slash when you do the claw shot method. Although I guess you don't have a claw shot. Oh, you mean those? There's too many switches. Temple Time has too many tricks in it. I get confused.
I just run it Nilla. I clear the whole thing as I go, though, because obviously I'd have Dom Rod with me.
I don't know what the good way for this second switch is over just doing the jump slash.
No, I grab the little statues and I go about my day. Unfortunately. Sometimes what's easiest is simplest. Like, I'd rather just do it right the first time than, you know, spend time on tricks I'm not confident on, but nothing a bit of time in the practice ROM won't fix. Okay, Jim is heading into Tot.
Maybe I'll try it. I probably won't.
Probably won't. Such a mood. There are only two ways to do something. Do it right and do it again. That is strangely comforting. Messenger death. Thank you.
Something good and the big key. My guess is this
claw.
something good as a sword? It can't be claw. This whole dungeon is double claw locked because of Bulblin Camp key.
True. True! So it would have to be a sword or bombs.
It could be bomb bag.
Random bomb bag from Blizzetta.
Bomb bag is logically required in Snow Peak runes. You probably won't see
true.
either of these runnies take out a bomb bag during Snow Peak runes, but it is required.
I forget that bombs are technically required for Snow Peak. When was the last time I went and did Snow Peak that wasn't immediately just, oh, LJA over in the left room, hop through the floor and do Blizzard skip or Freezard skip and go fight Blizzetta.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a weird one. Freezer skip's probably the most important, one of the most important tricks to learn when you're learning this game, to play this randomizer competitively, just because, like, killing the Freezer with bombs is so slow.
Well, yeah, because that basically, it sends you on a goose chase around the entire dungeon, walking up and down floors, shooting cannons, turning cannons, my goodness. Jim, you're looking a little bit low on health there, bud. Don't game over here. That would
There's plenty of hearts, it's okay.
Imagine, though.
Alright, I wonder if Drew's gonna cuckoo here, with that, since
Curious
there's
as to how
no
Jim's
claw,
gonna fight Bulblin with a wooden stick.
or
oh, ball and chain, that's true. He has ball and chain now. Well, this is anticlimactic. He just doesn't. No, he just
doesn't care.
Well, I guess realistically, you would not have.
Switching to the stick.
Switching
I guess ball and chain does not do a whole lot of damage to King Bulblin.
No, this
damage
is
tables in this game are so strange.
Good censor. But yes, I agree. The damage tables are indeed strange.
Alright, we're still going.
Crew making the choice to continue on despite not having. I think they're gonna go all the way to Darknut.
Well, Darknut was hinted. I didn't see what.
Well, no, I mean like up to the Darknut door. I mean, right, like up to that last possible check.
Yeah. There's the Master Sword.
A little bit for Jim.
For Kururu. So.
Okay, yeah. So there is a source. That is their one singular sword in dungeon is right here.
Yeah. Oh dang, getting a little bit owned by.
They are getting
in this
ganged up
room.
on.
It
I
happens.
hate
If
this
you
room.
don't do this room right, it goes like that so easily.
It's painful. It's a little bit painful. Okay, so we got Master Sword. I feel that, trying to do spin attacks on these little spiders and just not getting close enough and just spinning in place for nothing. Giving up using bow.
Alright. The nice thing about doing these 2 checks is when you uku, it'll go back to the door right outside where
And
the
not
last
the
keys
actual.
are.
Okay, there's your Temple of Time.
Are you gonna beat it? So, it is gonna play Zuku. Okay.
See, they're not gonna go beat it, which is curious.
They might walk right back in, but they're
Well,
not.
see, if you were gonna do that, then what I would have done is used Midna Return to spawn dungeon entrance. If you're in a dungeon and
if
you
you go
use
back in,
Midna's...
Uku resets. I forgot. I always forget that happens.
Correct.
But yeah, you only need 2 claws really in this seed, so I probably would have just beaten it here. Though, I don't know.
Because I think what it is, I think the something good is bombs. Because it logically can't be claws, and they only need claws for go mode. They can't beat Arbiters, so Arbiters is not required.
It was
It's,
the sword
Snow
was in there for
The sword was
something
there.
good.
Okay, well then I really don't see why they didn't go and just fight it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting choice to not just go get Armagoma done and over with. She takes like 2 minutes. Very quick. Because claws aren't required. Unless they think that something good could be hinting to something else, or they're fishing for bombs. But
Alright, they're doing this spinner chest. Jim already has done this. It's well, what are they doing? I'm not sure why they quit ball and Jim, but yeah, they're doing the spinner
because they
chest.
only have a wooden sword. What else are they gonna use? They don't have bombs.
Oh, I was talking about Peru, sorry.
Oh. I was like, why is Jim using a ball and chain? Because it's all he's got. It's all he's got. The man's got a stick and no bombs. Yeah, I guess you don't see... I don't see what the actual restream looks like, but we do not have a list of required dungeons. You can't see, because, right, Kuru's screen is cropped. But yes, Snow Peak Time and Forest are our... just once again, to go over, our required dungeons are Temple of Time, Snow Peak Ruins, and Forest Temple. Forest Temple is hinted barren. Arbiter's Grounds leads to Temple of Time. Temple of Time leads to Snow Peak, and Snow Peak leads to Forest. So it's all one big round robin. Oh, there's a claw.
There's the claw.
Last owl statue. Okay.
Not, like, on the way, essentially.
On the way is good, and I'm also glad that they decided not to exclude that check, because that check was on the list to be axed. And I was like, no.
Alright,
Gotta
well
have at least
now we're
one
gonna see a
bomb
full
rocket.
Snow Peak Runes clear here, and it's gonna be very fast because it's Snow Peak Runes.
This wouldn't, being in Snow Peak would not be double claw locked. They can't be double Dom Rod locked, correct. But past Owl Statue is not double Dom. So they could be, the other claw could be here in Snow Peak because they got, oh no! Because Memo...
That's...
I'm confused now, so Memo...
No, bows aren't claw... The bows are not claw locked. Just the...
No.
Just the Bulbin Camp key.
Right, just the key. The key was, right, so... Desert itself, where we found the one Dom Rod. Correct, because these... Ooh, bedroom key is on the chandelier lobby chest. Ouch. Do we have a... Oh, are we about to... Oh?
Oh, this trick's cool.
This is a trick I've never seen before.
It's you do a wolf jump on this keys and you get up to the chandelier. It's not super difficult.
That's crazy. One claw at camp, yes. There was one rod in camp, and the other rod was just in the normal desert.
I'm pretty sure that claw shot can be claw 1, but
This claw shot that they just got here can be claw 1. That was the past owls. So they had bow. With bow, you could do Iza and get Memo. Memo led to your first Dom rod, and also your fishing rod, your coral earring. Well, not that the coral earring's prevalent. It's just Snowpeak. So you just needed the one Dom rod.
I never learned this.
You just needed the one Dom rod and Orden sword to get access to the past owl statue chest, which had your claw in it. Dom rod locked in claw. The Dom rod locked in claw is the second one logically, yes, because your second your second Dom rod is double claw shot locked by the bulb and key. Reading logic is difficult to understand sometimes. There's both your claws were in Snowpeak. Or on your way to Snowpeak. So there's your...
Well, that's...
We don't gotta think about it anymore. We
that
officially have
a go mode for Kururu.
Kuru. Yep, they just have to go. The seed just handed you items. This was very much a jet seed. I'm curious what their time is gonna be. I feel like they definitely should have. I wonder if they're kicking themselves right now for not fighting Goma when they were in Tot.
Let's see. This dungeon, they already have the bedroom key.
Yeah, they already have bedroom key.
No, I don't think so, because you do need a Dom rod to, they're both in deserts.
Yeah.
So you do have to go to the desert to get the second claw shot.
I think Jim will do Goma. Jim's in the same position of not having any claws. Tot first was best choice here, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I think double dipping Tot is not a smart idea here.
Yeah, this should be like a 130-ish, I would say from here. It's not too much longer, actually.
No, this is definitely a faster seed.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious. I'm just gonna go sneak peek on some of our other races.
Yeah, if you do Snow Peak first, you miss the claw shot on the past chest, and like when do you even go back for that?
Okay, taking a peek here at some other racers. Space Rock does appear to be in pretty much the exact same. Him and Kuru are about neck and neck right now. Genuinely, they're both in the same phases.
I could see definitely a case for going into Snow Peak, or going into Temple of Time and then Ukuing out. At least for Kururu, who had Ordon Sword already. For Jim, I think it makes a lot of sense to keep going with just the Wood Sword, because you can't even get into Snow Peak from Jim's side.
And that's only Orden Sword for Jim, because Jim didn't pick up that other Orden Sword that we forgot the location of.
I don't know. I think it's a very fast seed either way. I don't really think doing Temple of Time over Snow Peak like saves or loses that much time. I think Ukuing out was a bit of a weird choice, just because you were only really looking for claws at that point, and logically just claws
couldn't beat Temple.
Yeah.
Because of Bulb and Key, right?
Yep. All right, quick Blizzetta fight, as always.
Gotta have it. Let's see, looking at our other rudders, Ryuja is heading into Forest.
Alright, Jim is gonna just go ahead and beat...
Armagoma, smart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's... I always like when I don't get to race and I get to peer in what other racers are doing. But yes, it definitely seems that most people I've peeped in on are about the same. Yes, don't forget Eyes of Yeto.
Yeah, I don't know. I can see not doing Temple of Time. I can see doing Temple of Time just to get the big key. I don't know what I would have done. I'm not playing the seed. We get Armagoma here. We'll just sit and wait and hope Armagoma decides she wants to stop
be
at
nice.
at any point in time. There we go.
I wish I could, man.
This is
Bomb
a
Baba.
boss of all time here.
Oh, did crew just get bombs? They did. Okay, so yeah, Baba, yep. That worked. Now you can. That is, I guess, the one benefit of having bomb eggs. Well, it is technically. Oh, talking to the lady. Talking to the lady trying to get out of South Castletown is always an annoyance. You are in go mode, Karu. Where are you going?
Yeah. Oh, you can't actually.
Can't use it in Castletown.
You can't use it in Castletown because that's one of the issues.
That
with
awful
Castletown
spawn comes to bite us in the ass once again. So we still do have a little bit extra time here because while they are able to now go and get their second boss, they do still have to climb Snow Peak without map glitch.
Yeah, it's gonna take. It takes like I want to say like 10.
It's gonna take at least another 15 minutes just to get
But
just to climb
Forest
Snow
Temple's
Peak
pretty
and...
quick, so.
Oh well, yes, that's the extra 5 minutes I'm adding. It's the 15 minutes of starting to climb Snow Peak to end of it is gonna take at least another 15 minutes. So this wouldn't be sub 1 hour.
Oh, just look at this great Armagoma RNG.
Jim got the audio music glitch. I don't know whose audio you're listening to. I'm listening to Jim's, and yeah, he did get the, Oh, for sure Kuru will sub 130 this seed, I think. Unless something goes drastically wrong. Because, yeah, Jim, he needs double claw shots and Master Sword.
I mean, Armagoma could just decide to, like, never stop. You never know.
Even with a bad force from Wiki, correct.
Big key, first chest. I don't know,
Big
like
key on right side.
when you're Forest Temple from Gomo, do you just like do you skip the left side and just go straight to the boss and hope it's on the way, or do you do the left side?
I will go and read a sign and hope it's not on Ook.
I mean, if it's on Ook, it's not a big deal because you know it's on Ook. But, like, do you go to the left side and do those 5 checks?
So I actually, the couple times that Forest Temple was barren for me, it was in either that first check on the vines where you free the first monkey, or it's been in that main room, either, like, the lantern behind the stairs.
Yeah, I personally go left side first. I don't trust. I don't trust in Forest Temple.
So with Orden's Sword, Jim's now going to go get his, he's going into SPR. He's gonna check his. He's gonna get.
These
claw
Armagomas
behind.
have been pretty rude.
There's been some bad RNG on these spiders today.
Alright, so Jim heading into Snow Peak. We'll get both claw shots pretty quickly. So like obviously this is a great play. I do like Jim's chances of getting the sword because he's gonna want to return to spawn after Snow Peak. I could see him doing the Self Castle Town checks while he's there and getting that sword. But we'll see.
Okay, so there's first claw for Jim. He's gonna go into Snow Peak and get his second one, bearing no further issues. I just realized that joke was really only funny to me.
That's fine.
Bearing.
They actually got pretty fast dungeons. I didn't really touch upon it when I was first looking at them, but like Temple times Snow Peak Forest is pretty fast. The only real issue
They're
is
all
having to go out
dungeons
to
you
Snow
can boss
Peak.
rush.
Yeah.
They're all boss rushable dungeons, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am a little concerned about Jim's lack of Master Sword as well. But we have not located the fourth sword yet, so there is still a chance. We know there's only one in dungeon.
Yeah, it's not going to be in the dungeon, so he's definitely not going to look for it.
Did he not grab that other? Wasn't the second claw in lobby here?
No, it's what? How do I describe this? The chandelier chest.
Oh, it's the left
room with the
chandelier
three
room.
chests. Yeah.
Yes, right. I don't know why I thought it was a lobby chest, like that lower armor chest.
I thought Jim was gonna fall off there. I was like, I think
That
he might
would've
be a little
sucked.
close to the edge.
Yeah, I've never seen this trick done before. I'll have to put this in my.
It's not too bad. I've done it
Oh,
before.
buddy, oh, buddy, you're boned now. You.
And you don't have the keys. We're gonna do this trick. This is a worthwhile trick to learn, I would say. If you don't come in here without boomerang.
Oh, just barely managing to clip that. He's really only lucky because he was just able to grab this claw beforehand. But hindsight's 2020. Should have just used ball and chain.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an LJA. Jim is pretty familiar. Oh, unlucky there. Pretty familiar with, so you don't expect to mess it up. Got sniped again.
Oh goodness.
That guy is a jerk. The stupid. I don't know what the name of that
I don't know what
enemy
these
is.
enemies' names are because they're not important enough for me to remember because I don't like them.
Chilfos. They're awful. And that one in particular is probably the worst of them. They're so bad.
Or the ones that like spawn in the chapel.
I mean, the chapel...
That get you right as you're
bad.
like winding up to smack them.
They're annoying, but they're not the worst. Like, that guy just kind of, like, messes up your
Ruins the
day
whole
every
vibe.
single time. Like, you're just casually riding this chandelier, and he's just like, hey, here's a spear. It's like, come on. I don't even want to go over there.
I always do my best to kill him before I... Okay, is Jim gonna go for the... Okay, so here's Jim gonna get his double claw.
Yep.
And crew is on their way up to Forest.
Yeah, this is a pretty normal route for Snow Peak, just to go through these checks. It lets you clear like most of the checks in this dungeon in like 5-ish minutes. It's pretty fast, so.
So earlier when I was mentioning like vibe-based tricks, one of the ones that I refer to with that specifically is the one where you have to fall through the floor. They just either void out or go down to the lower level. But I go back out the door and
Yeah, I do actually want to mention this, what Isaac said. If you have beaten Snow Peak runes and you end up coming up to the Snow Peak entrance, you just have to do this race. And like everything's already cleared. It happened to me in a seed and I was just so surprised. I was like, what is happening? But yeah, you just kind of come here and then you have to race.
Jim done more overworld than crew.
I think
they've gone
more,
different routes.
But
because Jim still has to find all Jim is missing for go mode is his Master Sword.
yeah.
And I think that's why he's not rushing to Blizzetta right now.
But I mean, the sword can't be in here. But yeah,
true. So then yes, he's also going for Blizzetta then. Where's his last sword? We have forgotten where the third sword is.
Someone in chat did say it was South Castletown, so I'm trusting them.
Oh, was
but
it?
I don't know if
you know
that's
what? It could be Fountain. Is it Fountain? No, Fountain was hinted bad. No, that was Tightrope. That was bad.
The Tektite Grotto. Okay.
Thank you. The Tektite Grotto. The Tektite Grotto. I hate Tektites. Worst enemy in the game. You can quote me on that. Tektite Grotto.
I do think there's a decent chance that Jim is going to go to South Castletown right here after Blizzetta, because basically, because this is in the Temple of Time entrance, you spawn in Temple of Time in the past, which is very slow. You have to like walk out in order to be able
you might return to spawn.
Yeah, so like returning to spawn is faster there. And then if you're in Castletown, like, maybe you do the checks you can do there.
Also, hello, Raiders. We are just going over our weekly TPR here. Just garnering up hype for the upcoming tournament starting next week. You can find out more information at... I can't provide the link in this chat, but it's zsr.link/tprs2. And you will have all your information there in regards to what is going on with the upcoming Season 2 of the Twilight Princess Randomizer Tournament. I think Jim wants a domain. Well, no, because he knows Forest is barren. That is a smart use of magic armor. Finish Forest, then hunt for sword. I suppose.
I don't really agree with that. Like,
if
you
we
know
get
there's
lucky
nothing
and
in Forest, and
it's
like,
just a big key hunt. You might as well save it for last when you have Master Sword.
You have to, yeah. I mean, you have to get the sword anyways. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. Alright, so Karuru is going right side first in Forest Temple. We'll see how that pays out.
Unpopular opinion. Do you go for this monkey? Do you save scum this key if that chest has nothing?
Save scum this key? No, he has 2 keys. You don't need any more.
Well, no, I mean, like, do you in general when you're running through this dungeon?
Oh, do I save scum this? No, this is like 8 checks. If you're coming here without a claw shot, it's like 8 checks, and I would never save scum it.
Well, no. So, I mean, this particular door, because that way you don't have to get more keys.
He doesn't need more keys.
Well, no, I mean in general, when you're running on these settings. I'm asking you, Bear. if you're running through these and you have one key, and you open and you use the key on that door, and that check was junk, do you save scum it?
And I have one key. I mean,
If you walked into
it'd be
that room,
pretty
you had
hard for
one
me to
key.
be in here with only one key because I would do left side first.
Eyes of Yeto twice. See, I save before I go in that door if I only have the one key, and if it's junk, I just reload the save so I don't have to go find another key.
I don't know. Like I said, I generally don't do this side first, so
That is true. I'm very much a left side first. When in doubt, go left.
yeah.
Oh, Jim, we're rolling back. Okay.
Oh, we're just rolling back. Okay.
We're just raw dogging
We are not
it. Okay.
warping to going back.
We are not warping. We're not going back to spawn. We are just hoofing it.
Oh, not killing that
And he's
spider
going to
first and
domain.
getting punished for it.
He's going to domain. So we also don't know yet where the fourth sword is.
Not doing the checks here. It does have magic armor, so could do 2 of them out of logic. Oh. Punished for going right side first. Believers in shambles. There's no big key.
See? When in doubt, you go left. 3 swords are required to finish the game. There are 4 in the pool.
Oh. Yes, I didn't realize. I saw him have it on
he has a
in
lot of
Snow Peak,
money.
so I thought he had less
I
than
think
that.
he's just not gonna take it off, I think is what it is. I think he just has come to terms with the fact that he's just wearing it now.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I get just going out to Forest Temple and doing it, but, like, you need to look for the sword anyways. I know it doesn't actually save any time inside Forest Temple, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like there's no point going into a barren dungeon unless I'm, like, doing go mode, right?
Like, obviously it's not a bad play, but
and yes,
I
there
like
are 2
to
checks
be
on
done.
Mountain. I wonder if Jim is gonna go for any of the checks on Snow Peak
I
Mountain.
assume if you're coming out here, you're planning on doing these 2 checks. Bombings in Gerudo Desert. Like,
yeah, so that sign does not show you anything interesting. If Snow Peak has required entrance, that hint sign has
yeah, it
nothing
doesn't
of
have anything
value.
useful.
It just has a random hint on it. It only shows a beyond this point hint if Snow Peak is not a required entrance.
Yeah, that sign was nerfed a little bit in well, actually, that was
specifically
true
for
in
entrance
S1
rando.
too, where it didn't tell you if something good was beyond.
It did for Season 1, it would tell you if something was good was beyond this point, only if SPR was not required. If SPR was required dungeon in Season 1.
Yeah, it wouldn't tell you.
That sign, it would just say, I think it would say, like, no hint was placed here.
No, it would still have its normal hints, because it wasn't a normal hint sign.
Forest Big Key on left side, Big Baba.
Yeah, the cutscene, the key cutscene, as I like to call it, or the camera zooms in like, hey, look, there's a key here.
Yeah, Jim's just looking for a sword on the way. Sign it just to give 2 hints before. Yep.
Yeah, it was understandably nerfed. This was doing the like domain into Snow Peak into Upper Zora's River was basically the best start you could do in S1, so.
Yeah. Still trying to think of the best routing. It's hard sometimes.
I didn't see. I'm guessing Jim did not go into Snow Peak Grotto. But I didn't. I didn't catch it,
He
but
did
it seems like a
one
fast way.
grotto, yes.
Okay, no, it is doing it. That was Zora. Okay, I missed that. Alright, just be a sword right here, and then Jim's done too.
Imagine. Ah. Perfect, wretched.
This Poe sucks.
He's trying to have the Poe bleed him dry.
I don't.
That or
Maybe the first one was intentional. I don't think the second and third were.
or this one. Oh, buddy. Well, we got Kuru fighting Diababa here now. He's like, okay, are you done?
Wow, that was weird. Diababa's pretty simple boss. You target the bomb, target the head, and get the bomb in there, and then the second phase you just kind of shoot it with bomb arrows, assuming you have them.
Oh, Jim realizing he doesn't have to do this.
Oh, you didn't have to do that, Jim, but you know, it's alright.
Oh, he was trying to get the rest of his rupees done. You just gotta roll past him, Jim.
No, he's trying to do the void out so you get up here, but you actually don't need to do that because Snow Peak's already.
You just walk past him, Jim. Jim.
Oh, just killing him. Yeah, I think Gymnast probably has not encountered this scenario before, which wouldn't surprise me. That
because
everything's
it's
already
specific
dead.
to entrance rando, right?
Yeah.
So it's very tight on whether Kuru will be getting sub 130. But this seed definitely has the potential for sub 130, for sure.
Yeah, I think this will be right around 130. That's also what I thought it was going to be like 20 minutes ago when Kuru entered Go mode. I'm actually okay at picking times. Yay! No, but yeah, it takes about 8-ish minutes, I would say, to beat to get through Hyrule Castle with the chandelier down. Yeah. So.
Like I think my current record, just me specifically for Ganon, is 7 minutes or so. Which yes, is not very fast, I'm aware, but.
Oh, we do get so this is slightly faster because we spawn in Castletown to return to spawn here. Yeah, so we start with everything for Hyrule Castle, 3 small keys and the big key. So you just have to run through it, and all the checks are. Don't have anything useful in them, so they're all off.
The entirety of Hyrule Castle is junk, so you just kind of gotta go.
You just gotta run, talk to that guy for good luck, and then keep going.
Yeah, make sure to talk to one of the random passerby in Castletown, you know, because their input is important.
Alright, let's see if Jim decides to go left side or not.
I think Jim might end up on a sword gamba here. But yeah, so if we watch on Kuru's screen here, you simply just have to go up and grab the chandelier.
This is the lower chandelier?
And then once you go through this side room, the 2 Dinalfos are not present, and you can exit right through to the other side. And that is what saves you, like, the first chunk of having to fight that first Dark Knight, and that also bypasses your boomerang and lantern requirement for Hyrule Castle.
Lantern wasn't a requirement, it was a very, very nice to have. Because you could go the other direction and you fought 2 Dark Nuts.
Yeah, it'd be fight 2 Dark Nuts or have Lantern. He already accepted Sword Gamba, yeah.
Alright, this Hyrule Castle climb is pretty simple. You kind of throw bomb arrows at the Dynalphos and keep moving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jim Superior going left side first. Or
Well, checking the sign. Might just be reading the sign. No, is going left side. Alright. Jim's gonna have a much faster Forest Temple.
Go to Jim. Why is MS required for Ganon? It damage.
Yeah, I think he's literally just immune to damage from not the Master Sword.
Correct. So the only thing you require to actually fight Ganon is Ending Blow, which we do start with on this setting, and Master Sword. You don't need Light Sword, which you need for Zant. You only need Master Sword. Okay, entering. You know what? 6 minutes, or even like this could. I think this will be just over 130 for Karoo, depending on.
If it's a well executed fight, it should be like 129.30 something. It should be very barely sub 130, assuming everything goes well, which isn't always the easiest.
Someone else can do this fight in under 5 minutes. Me personally, like I said, I believe my record for the entirety of Ganon from entering the boss door to end is 7 minutes.
I don't know the actual timing of it, but like 5-ish minutes is generally what I see for myself.
Yeah. So another thing to note here in these settings is we do have fixed odds for Puppet Zelda here. And that is 1, 3, and 7. So the first attack, the third attack, and the 7th attack will always be our little balls light. Everything else will either be her coming at you or Triangle of Doom there.
Yeah, I think the timing, because normally in the vanilla game there's like a RNG amount of seconds she can wait before she does her attacks, and I think it's always fastest. I believe so. But yeah, you don't really have to worry about RNG in Zelda. $50 to 100, and it's set to 100. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Isaac. No, the fly at you is a little bit faster because you can kind of basically, if you dodge her at the right time, she just kind of flies past you and then stops.
Mm-hmm. Or if it come at you twice. So it's really dependent on user input as well.
Alright, here's B-Scan. We're gonna see...
Alright.
I assume the fast track. That looked like one less hit than what you wanted there, but I'm not... Hello, Ganon.
A little bit.
Just right in your face.
I was gonna say that's a little bit up close and personal there. Oh. I'm surprised they spend so long doing that kind of a jump slash attack, like this slashes over and over instead of just a jump spin.
So what it does...
I feel like that would get them out of the animation, get them up faster, wouldn't it?
It sets up the third phase fastest, is what happens. So you saw how, Ganon kind of immediately came out at you. That's because you dealt enough damage to get him to that phase where he just kind of keeps coming at you over and over and over.
Gotcha.
And it also makes it so your damage threshold is such that you can just basically do a dash and then a B attack into Ganon, and it kills him in one hit, so you don't have to transform back to human.
Very fast Diababa from Jim here. 4 bomb arrows and you're done.
Yeah, the combo I used to seeing has one more hit in it. That's why I was a little confused and wasn't sure if it would work. But yeah, it still works. But yeah, but basically the key is you want to get... You know you did it if, like, Ganon just immediately comes at you in the wolf phase. Like, because normally that'll spawn the, like, 5 or 6 different portals, and then you have to wait for which one he comes out of.
Excellent horse phase here.
Oh, going for the fairy tears, so you only have to do 2 hits.
Oh yeah, they are pushing for sub 130.
It should be good. I believe this cutscene takes about a minute, so 129 should be... Assuming you get the Ganon phase correctly. So what you're trying to do here is you get behind Ganondorf, and then you do a jump attack into a quick spin. If you do it correctly, you basically immediately quick spin as you land, and you need to do it that way because otherwise it won't like phase Ganon. Most people at this level, I would assume, are pretty consistent at doing it, but you know, nerves can mess you up and stuff like that. And assuming it goes well, it takes about 10 seconds. There's 1. And there's 2.
There's 2. And...
There's 3.
Excellent work. And
There's
that is
GG's.
time, ladies and gentlemen. That is a time of 1:29:32. As they didn't stop their timer on screen, but they first stopped their time in race time, which we do have the channel open. So, GG's to Kuru, playing out of their mind today.
It's a pretty fast time, like a very fast time for Season 2 settings. So, very well done.
I can't say GG in the race time room because I didn't join the race, but yes, Kuru, very excellent job. Seed complete.
And yeah, meanwhile, Jim still looking for
We're on Sword Gamba. I'm so stressed. Good job, Kuru. Excellent work. Congrats on the sub 130.
Yeah, excellent job. Oh, Jim going for this LJA, even though he does have the...
Double Dom Rod. It is just quicker, though.
Yeah, it's slightly quicker. Alright, looks like we're heading to... I assume we'll be going towards Great Bridge from here. Maybe doing Lanayru Field? I don't know. I don't know what other people think about Lanayru Field, but I don't like doing it.
I need to wait for 2 seconds here.
Gymnast likes to include field in the Great Bridge loop. Yeah, I can see that. I don't. I personally don't. I hate Lanayru Field, but I can understand why you would want to include it. Helmasaur Grotto can be a bit annoying, but Jim getting through it pretty quickly. Alright. So let's see if we go,
Ganondorf is such a good name.
No, this does not look like an inclusion of Lanayru Field. Looks like we're just going straight to Great Bridge.
Which is crazy knowing it's in South Castle Town. I wonder if
I mean,
any of
there
the
is
other
another sword.
Found. Yeah, I was gonna say, there is a 4th sword, so like... Maybe metagaming.
I don't feel like Gymnast would be the kind of person who would do that, but who knows?
I would be incredibly shocked if I found out that Jim was metagaming.
Yeah. What I wouldn't be surprised is if Gymnast thinks he did Tektite Grotto, even though he actually did not do Tektite Grotto.
Yep. Or be like me and just hate Tectite Grotto so much you just wipe it from memory 90% of the time, which is what I do.
See, doesn't go for the opponent shot. You can angle, do a claw shot, so you like get onto those vines from Epona, but it's kind of annoying to do. Yeah, he did just the double claw check at the beginning, so I think it's highly possible that he kind of forgot he didn't do Tectite Grotto. Which, like, you know, it happens. It's unfortunate that there's a sword there, but at least there's a second sword, another sword somewhere else. But it just could be he doesn't want to go back to South Castletown too. Yeah, it's just one of those things, when you do something slightly out of order, especially because this was a weird start with starting in Castletown with Castletown Baron, you might just didn't realize you didn't do something the same way you normally do. Yeah, looking to do some of the Iron Boots checks, it appears, with this magic armor, so just has it equipped. But unfortunately, the main issue with trying to do a magic armor is there's a ton of orange rupees in these random chests. And they kind of are counterintuitive when you're trying to drain your wallet. Alright, didn't have Claw Shot for, Faron Field, so I would guess that's where we're going now. This is, like, the easiest way to get to Faron Field, if you don't have it.
I have personally been in this exact same position where I was Go Mode Bub Master Sword, and it was, the Claw Shot Bridge, Faron Field Bridge chest.
Yeah, no, this chest is just... it's annoying. One of the unfortunate things about the way these settings work is basically you have to go through Faron Field pretty early to unlock your provinces, pretty much every single seed. Just because Faron Field's the only real way to get anywhere in or out of Faron to a different province. So,
unless
oftentimes,
you have a spawn.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, even then, you still have to go to Faron Field to unlock Faron Province itself. So you're basically often here early, and if you're here early, you're pretty often here without a Claw Shot. Oh, this does look like Tectite Grotto. That's good. And so that Faron Field chest just kind of sucks to get back to, because there's no real close warp. Doing Fountain Chest first, that's the backslice version. Pururu did the LJA earlier.
No, he's going for Tectite now.
Here's Tectite. Alright, so Jim...
Well, good thing he's in South Castletown and he'll be able to just turn around and go right up for...
I mean, he'll probably... I'm pretty sure it's still faster just return to spawn from here, from inside the grotto.
Oh, yes.
But yeah. We'll still have a very good time.
Himself.
Yeah, maybe a little upset at himself for not doing this grotto earlier. But... you know, we'll still have a pretty respectable time. From here, it'll be about a 145, 146-ish.
Definitely sub 150.
Definitely.
It's nice to see that we're sub 2 hours on both of our,
yeah, this is definitely a faster seed.
Not going for the return to spawn.
Oh, now is.
He thought about it. He thought about it.
It's pretty easy to forget that return to spawn exists sometimes.
I still get messed up in that return to spawn is on midnight. I keep going to my start menu.
Oh yeah,
looking for
when
return to spawn.
the return to spawn function was first being added, it was originally in the options menu, and you had to hit Z in the options, and so it definitely people who played during those times it can get confusing that now you have to open Midna.
Talk to Midna.
But it's also
But I do
easy to
like-
just forget that your spawn was Castletown, because, like, I
Right.
definitely have warped to Castletown, and I'm like, wait, my spawn is in Castletown.
I have done that several times and probably will continue to do that several times.
Alright, so Gymnast coming up on Hyrule Castle. Yeah, like we said earlier, if you look right away after this door, the lowered chandelier is right in this room, and that's what lets us skip needing the boomerang.
Does he? Oh yeah, I guess you can still.
I mean, you can still do it, but you don't need to do that skip. But you know,
I understand being paranoid about
it's
the little
probably
gremlins,
more
though.
muscle memory than anything else. How many times do you
Yes.
go into Hyrule? Like, with how many times Jim has played this game, how many times have you gone into Hyrule Castle and not wanted to do that skip?
I still like think about it now, and it's more even a panicky thing now, where like I go into that circle and I'm like trembling, making sure I claw up there quick enough before I get shot.
Hey Diesler, thank you for the sub. Sure.
78-month streak. Jesus.
Sure, ZSR always appreciates any and all subs.
Funds the community, so we can keep doing stuff like this.
Alright. Just got... Alright, so Jim also goes for the target skip here. It saved, like, I don't know, a couple of seconds maybe.
Also, yes, swapping to Hylian's shield.
Interesting.
Goated. He took the second. It's when he was taking off magic armor.
I have literally never equipped Hylian in shield and randomizer before. Not
do
even once.
because it helps when So I'm very lazy with how I fire my Dark Nuts. It entirely depends on what I have on me, but if I have the skills for it, I will always go for Helm Splitter.
Yeah, Ordon Shield, like, it auto-equips, so I actually don't like finding Ordon Shield, though. My setup for Po1 skip, I like having the shield messes up where Link is, and it messes with my bad setup that no one should ever do.
My bad setup that no one should ever do.
It's
All right,
not a good
Jim is
setup,
going
but
in at
it sometimes works.
141.15.
Yeah,
Let's see.
so it's looking like a 146 finish, thereabouts.
Oh, Skyrock finished in third with 141.37. And Ryuja finished in second with 141.33.
Isn't normally the bot? Oh, there it is.
Yes. I have the race time room up on the side here.
Dang,
That's
very
why.
close.
Yeah, Ryuja and Space Rock right after each other. And Dalgu, fourth, 142.09.
It looks like a lot of people are coming in around this 140 time. And like we said, Gymnast is not very far off either.
No. I think Sword Gamba is definitely what crippled him at the end here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're moonwalking now.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do something to pass the time
To
in the
pass
Zelda
the time.
fight. It's kind of
Yeah.
just waiting for her to actually let you attack. I like to practice the quick spins where you jump attack into a spin, just because
Yes, the jump
I've had
spin.
consistency issues in the past, so it helps. But
I
other
struggle
people
with
like
it
to do other
a
things.
lot, especially like I feel like the place where I really like get real frustrated with my quick spins, Arbiters fighting Stalwart.
Yeah. Dallard it's
Brutal.
just do lots of quick spins, and it can be frustrating when you drop a quick spin in that
Insert
fight.
Beast remix of Wouldn't It Be Nice?
I didn't see if Jim. I don't think he has Mortal Draw either, so we'll probably see the same fight.
No, he only has 3 skills.
Yeah, this is looking like the same fight.
Oh, no.
Oh, he doesn't do the get Ganon into the
No,
wall.
he just raw dogs it as a... He just raw dogs it.
This is what I do. You just let him drop and then shoot an arrow at him. I don't know. Yeah, it might be a little bit less. I don't see most of the speedruns I've seen don't do that, but I don't actually know the timings. I normally do it like this, like Jim does it. And yeah, again, you get that quick phase 3 where Ganon just kind of immediately comes out, is where most of the time save from doing this setup comes from.
Alright, now let's see if Jim will get blessed with a quick horse phase or not. I find horses always hit and miss with.
Yeah, I think the key for the horseback phase is getting behind Ganondorf on this first part right here. You want to like go to like the right. Oh, it was a little too close and got hit. That's the part that I think is difficult. Once you're behind Ganondorf, it's really not a hard fight.
Oh yeah, it takes like 2 seconds. Getting behind him.
Getting behind him
the hard
part. Difficult. A little bit of unfortunate Zelda miss there. Oh, and he turns around. That's bad. That's bad RNG.
The obligatory "you are in control of Zelda's aiming." So if Zelda misses, that's on you.
Right, here we go.
One more, come on.
One last hit.
He's right there.
It's a bit of a rough horseback for Jim.
I'm
always gonna blame Zelda.
Please.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, it's clearly Zelda's fault. I don't know what you're talking about.
But yes, for those unaware, Zelda's arrows are controlled by your directional stick that is also controlling your horse. So, you know, that's fun.
Alright, and now just the last phase, again, you're trying to hit 3 jump attack into quick spins. If it's done well, which I assume Gymnast will do it well. He's pretty good at this game. I'm not sure if you've heard of him before.
We would like to think that Gymnast is good at this game.
Should be a pretty simple 10-ish second fight once you actually get in the fight.
I believe it's 12 is the record.
12, yeah. There's 1.
There's 2.
Oh, we're getting magic armor. Nice. Oh, a little too early.
Funnies. And that is a 146.35.
GG's. Still a great time.
An excellent time, especially for this seed with how quick the settings were. Excellent job, Gymnast. Excellent job, Kuru, our racers. Everyone that has participated, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4. 6.
There's still quite a few people.
We still have 10 people are still racing. We had a couple people dip. But yes, excellent work, everyone. So yes, this was our little showcase here on what to look forward to with Season 2 settings.
Yeah, so a little bit of background about the tournament. Qualifiers are going to start next Saturday, I believe.
Correct.
And last for about 3 or 4 weeks. There will be 12 qualifiers, and we'll be playing these same settings. And then there will be a top 32 bracket. afterwards, where the top finishers will compete.
No, I just send a link. I'm just gonna try it. If it says no, it says no. There's the link. There's the link to the season 2 document. All the information you may require about anything happening with Twilight Princess Randomizer Season 2 tournament will be found in this lovely document written up by our beloved Isaac. Shout out to Isaac, who's also doing tracking today for Kuru, along with Skystorm doing tracking for Jim. Shout out to those guys.
Yes, thank you so much.
Wrote out the hints on our hint board so we could stay informed while we were busy yapping.
Yes, as always, thank you so much to the trackers. Make these restreams possible. And
yes, and Trez for hosting this on our behalf, letting us share space here. You cool,
yes,
Trez.
Thank
you.
you.
Cool dude. Appreciate Trez.
Of course. My pleasure.
So,
Alrighty.
anybody has questions, comments, concerns, queries about these settings? I do believe that is all for us today. Feel free to join the TPR Discord. You'll find most of us there 24/7. But otherwise, all the other information can be found in the doc, and I believe that's all for us today.
Alrighty. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time. Big shout outs to all our racers and of course the volunteers, to Peaches, to Bia Kofka, to Isaac, and to Skystorm of 44. And that's it for now. We'll, I'm sure, be back with coverage from Season 2 once that's going on and going strong. So for now, thank you all so much for watching. Have a good day, good rest of your weekend, and see you soon.